everybody? You remind me of the babe with the power of hoodoo, voodoo, you do. Remind me of the babe. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. You know what time it is. It's Sunday. It's 12:12-ish in February. And it's time for your Sunday service soul food and spiritual tea session with LadySpeech. How y'all doing? Good morning, Whitney. Good morning, Dane. Good morning, the Spice Kitten. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good middle of the night to you. Good middle of wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in. Hello, good morning, Allison. Good morning, Vamp Kitten. Good morning, Susan B. Good morning, Salia. Good morning, Vold Moth 917. Good morning, Thimper. Good morning, Janine. Good morning, what is this? Dinah 801. Hello and good morning, Sinclair. Hello and good morning, Morin. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Allison. Good morning, Cassie Black. Good morning, Lilith. Good morning, Crystal. And hello, Cassiopeia. I hope I said that right. Hello, Black Regina George. Good morning, Taurine Stooks. I hope I said that right. Good morning, Kia. Hello and good morning, Paradox. Hello, Rhonda Moore. Hey, 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 you good people. It's good to see you. It's good to see ya. Good morning, all you OGs. Good morning, baby. Good morning, Theo. Thank you, Torian. I'm gonna get it right. Please correct me, y'all. Good morning, Matthew. I love you too. Good morning. What is this? Dev the Disaster 13. I love y'all's names. Anyway, hello, my loves. So many OGs in the building. Y'all are already assuming the position, doing what you have to do. I love to see it. If you are an OG here, you know what to do. Throw me those butterflies. Go ahead and throw me those purple or blue hearts in the comments like you doing. Look at Black Regina George reminding y'all to smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you, baby. Welcome to church. Welcome to your Sunday divination to help you get your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way week right with LadySpeech. I'm here to spill some spiritual tea, and I need you to assume the position because it's your favorite hood healer, high priestess, motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite pirate captain. It's your favorite goddess king. It's your favorite auntie uncle. LadySpeech in the place to be. OGs know what to do. Newbies, let me tell you what to do. First off, if you're a newbie, you're going to be putting a green or a, what's the other color? Yellow. Heart in the comments or a caterpillar. Okay, OGs are already doing their thing. They're already going all the way off. You go off. If you are a newbie, that means this is your first time here. You just got dropped off in this reading by spirit. You know, I'm gonna take you to church and drop you off at school. You got dropped off by your ancestors into this reading. You're like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but obviously I need to be here. If you've only seen one or two videos of mine, you're a new person here. So hello and welcome to you. Hello and welcome to you. This is a divination. This is a spiritual spanking. Welcome to the Church of the Speak and Spank. Welcome to the Church of the Speak and Spank. It's good to see some OGs and it's good to see some newbies in the building. Hello, you good people. Hello, hello, hello. So, assume the position. This means go get some hydration. I just got finished with my tea. I'm here to spill the spiritual tea. I often drink tea, but I just finished my tea. It's like literally sitting over there. But I've got my sparkling water. I don't have a sponsorship. I'm just addicted to tea and sparkling waters. The bubbly does something to me. That's part of my neural spiciness. Okay. Anyway, go get you some hydration, some water, some tea, some sparkling something. Okay. Wet the throat. Okay. Wet the palate. Okay. Hydrate yourself because this is a spanking. And oftentimes we get dehydrated. We might cry. We might sweat. You know, you're losing fluids. So hydrate yourself. Go get something to drink. Okay. Second thing you're going to do is grab a notebook. Some of you just like to one and done it. You don't like to go back and revisit things. I respect that. I do. So Get you a notebook so you can write some things down. Because if you're here, that means there's a message for you. Write some things down for your message or some inspiration. Write a poem. I don't know. If you're neurospicy, go get the things you need to do to fidget. Go get the things you need to do to make yourself feel good. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do to stem. I'm going to do what I need to do to stem. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. So get what you need to get. Grab some comfort items, because sometimes, all the time, the spirit be dragging us. Are you ready to get dragged? Are you ready to get dragged? Are you ready to get dragged? In the most loving way possible. It's a soft embrace. It's also a bit of a spanking, 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 a bit of a spanking. Grab your soft items. I'm wearing my soft items, okay? I was like, let me put on this little fleece-like lounging gear, but I dressed it up for you. Put me a little head wrap and a little crown on, okay? I felt like I compromised. I want to look nice for you, but also comfort, baby. This is my soft thing. I'm wearing it. All right, you know what I'm saying? All right, all right. I love it. I love it. Okie dokie. All right, so grab your soft things, grab your notebooks, grab your comfort items. Okay, next up, let me introduce you to the elements of this reading, okay? Hello. I am always surrounded by at least 10,000 spirits, from the Orisha to the Lawa to the guardian angels, okay? To the spirit animal allies that have my back, to the deities from different cultures that have pledged to assist me and help me, all right? 10,000 strong, to my ancestors. But when I do these readings for you on Sundays, I bring my rock friends. Today we've got all my light skin rock friends today. Not all of them, because I got a lot of rock friends. You let me know in the comments what kind of rock friends you brought to the party. The OGs be bringing their rock friends for comfort, for love, but also to protect themselves against the deacon affirmation box. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. I've got my light skin friend. This is that optical honey calcite, baby. I also have citrine in the place to be. Citrine in the place to be. We've got some selenite, baby. We've got some selenite, honey. We've got some selenite, baby. We also, speaking of selenite, it's in the selenite family. I have a whole video about that. Crystal of the week. If you want to learn about it, check it out in my magic playlist. We've got some desert rose. Okay, I love me a little desert rose. I love me a little bit of desert rose. It looks like a rose. It's part of selenite. It's part of selenite. It's part of selenite family. I like it. Anyway, this is my last light-skinned friend. That just tickles me. Obviously. Anyway. Crackle quartz, because you know you always got to have something for the haters. The keyboard warriors out there who be acting like they want to fight, but they just really insecure and don't love themselves. So we got that crackle quartz, okay, to like ward against all the negativity. All right, all right, all right. Let me introduce you to what we're going to be using to divine for you today, the cards, because this is a magical time for us. We've got the African Goddess Rising deck. The OGs know it and love it. Yes, you do. 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 We've got the Ancestors and Angel deck. You know it and you love it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We've got the message from our Animal Guides deck. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, we do. Yes, you do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Now, I told y'all that I was going to give you guys a more thorough tour of my tarot card collection. All right. So today, this is for my old school heads are gonna like this. All right. It's a cult classic. This is based on a movie that got me through my childhood. Do you understand me? It was a fantasy film that just sent me to another dimension. All right. It is something that one of you bought me, and I appreciate it. Okay. It was on my wish list, and I'd like to say thank you, baby. Let me tell you about the Labyrinth. If you like the 80s, And you know about the Labyrinth movie. Jim Henson, baby. All things Jim Henson I love and appreciate. But we've got the Labyrinth Tarot today in action. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we're going to be using that from the 80s, a flash from the past. And we're going to be utilizing the you know it, you love it. The Oracle Pogs. Yes, we are, baby. And this is the Monster Edition. Yeah, okay. There's different editions. I've got a few of them. The Monster Edition. Hello. Go to moonpumpkin.com to pick yours up. Okay, this is not sponsored. This is my homie. This is my friend. I love them so much. Okay, so this is the Monster Edition. And we're going to be utilizing this today, Oracle Pogs in action. So just like always, if you go to the description of this video, all of that is going to be listed in the description. So if you want to get your hands on any of this, please go support. First and foremost, please support local mom and pop shops first. And please support individual artisans first, okay? Please support Black-owned business, brown-owned business, queer-owned business, businesses that have been just small business, local business. If you don't have no magic stores around you, please support magic stores, small businesses that ship out. I know Herbs and Arts based in Colorado. Again, this is not sponsored. They do ship and do some things. I know Big Liz Conjure, as of right now, does some shipping as well. So check with small businesses first, and then if you got to go to bigger spaces to get the things you got to get, do what you have to do. All right, my loves. All righty then. Let me introduce you to one of the main characters on this here channel and this here readings. You know them, you love them. This being, this entity drags us for the filth every single week. Acts like we are, I don't know, we just get tossed about in the room, okay? We just get tossed about in the room. Yes, we do, by this here entity. This is the Deacon Affirmation box. This is Deacon Assistant Affirmation box. Deacon Assistant Affirmation box. Deacon Assistant Affirmation box. It lives. All right. If you know, you know. Some of you newbies are like, what the hell? The affirmation box is a whole being. It talks mad mess to us. It uplifts you in all the best way, but it kind of slaps you around. We like it. We're kind of, you know, sadistic, masochistic over here. We enjoy it for some reason. We walk away uplifted, but definitely sore. Some of us bring our rock friends to protect us against the affirmation box, but that's futile. Don't put your hands up. I no longer put my hands up when the affirmation box, you know, its pronouns. Well, let me tell you, my pronouns are she, her, they, them, he, king. The affirmation box's pronouns are fuck around and find out. Welcome to the Speak and Spank. Okay. You'll see, newbies, that a lot of people are saying their safe word. I encourage that because this is a motivational dominatrix space. I'm all about aftercare, taking care of yourself, the usage of safe words. I just really don't know if Spirit understands what that is, the concept of safe words. I mean, feel free to put yours in the comments. I know for a fact this box don't understand safe words. Okay. All right. So if you check the description box, a little bit more housekeeping. What you're going to find in the description box of this video is my official payment method. So passing the collection plate. My Cash App is LadySpeech. My Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. My PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Always feel free to show your financial appreciation for this community labor and this spiritual labor, okay? The $1, the $3, the $50, the $100, those are all things that I greatly appreciate. All right. Also in the description box, every single deck and divination tool that I am using is listed in that description box, as well as my P.O. box if you're interested in sending me a gift or a product to review. Now, I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to review your product, but if you got something, I'm super interested in supporting small businesses. I'm always mentioning Moon Pumpkin because that's actually my literal friend, and I enjoy her products. I enjoy what she makes, and I just love supporting small businesses in that way, shape, or form. So send me something. The P.O. box is in the comment or is in the description section as well as my wish list. All right, so that is what's in there, good people. All right, so let me check in with the comments. Let me spice up and mix up this affirmation box a little bit more. Yes, 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 Deacon Affirmation Box. I'm all up in you. I'm all up in your Deacon Affirmation Box. I be all up in the Deacon Affirmation Box. Yes, I do. 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 All right. Also, yeah, giving you a tour of crowns. I've got the head wrap crown and also the rose gold crown. I got to wear this with the head wrap because I ain't got no hair, by choice. And it be hurting. But double crown, baby. Double crown, baby. Double crown. Double crown. Also, thank you, William. I still got my gift for you coming. I wasn't at the shop this week, but I'm going to the shop this week, so I got something for you, baby. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, let me check in with the comments. Let me check in with the comments. Let me scroll back a little bit. Nicole, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you, honey. So many new people in the building. Welcome, newbies. I love to see it. Lanoya, Fire Angel is in the place. I absolutely adore you. I adore you so much. We're going to collaborate this year. I'm going to fly out to you. You let me know. You email me, ladyspeech@gmail.com, where you at. Because I'm trying to, just hug on you and collaborate with you because you're the dopest, really you are. What up, Whitney? Vamp Kitten, thank y'all for, welcoming folks, the newbies, into the building. Is it Salia? Salia Love says, I have you in my headphones. Janelle Monáe in the background. Full vibe. I love it. Whitney said, I turned 37 and happy to see you. Yes, happy birthday to you. Yes, Whitney, yes. Puka Bunny said, I'm so excited to be here. I just found you yesterday night. Liz from Big Liz Conjure strongly recommended you. Thank you so much and welcome, my dear. Welcome. Theo said, I was just going to say I love that crown. It's magnificent. I appreciate you, baby. Vamp Kitten said, I'm loving the crown and the wrap combo. Thank you. Amanda got their moonstone today. I love moonstone. I do. I do. Rogue Wolf said, my room is a geode. I love that. I love that. Death the Disaster said, this is so wonderfully positive, chaotic energy. It gets even more wild and chaotic. You just stay tuned. You just stay tuned. We're going there. We're going there. Okay? All right, you good people. Are you ready? Are you ready? Serrata said, is that what I think it is? Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's get into it. Happy Sunday, you good people. Y'all right on time. Hello, Naomi. Thank you for your super chat, Amanda. Oh, yeah, and let me introduce you. Since we doing the Labyrinth, since we got you know what I'm saying, we doing the Oracle Pogs, okay? Who remembers Labyrinth? Who remembers the little fiery beings? On my wish list, there is a plushie. There's a couple plushies that I found that I was like, oh my God, I need this. But Moon Pumpkin went and sent me this. This is one of the fiery beings. This is one of my favorite characters in the Labyrinth because they were absolutely chaotic. I remember seeing that when I was little and just being like, yes, I want to take my body apart and dance. So Moon Pumpkin made me this. I love it so much. Chilling down in the wild, gang. Yes. I can just hear the song right now. Let me tell you, I will bust out to that sound. That soundtrack just brings me joy. Y'all don't even know that movie means everything to me. All right, so I'm really excited for this. Really excited for this. Yeah. Why her head don't come off? I love it. I love it. I feel like I live in the Labyrinth. I feel like that is the world. When I die, that's what I'm going to go to, but it'll be my version of it. And it's just going to be a freaking fun, good time. I'm just going to be partying, and it's going to be a crystal ball every 8th day. It's going to be a great time. All right. Y'all ready for this? Let's get started. 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 All right, we're going to begin with the Labyrinth Tarot. The High Priestess, baby. Listen, this is all about the person. This is the High Priestess. They got a little magic bag right here. This right here, the character is actually one of the head magical goblins, one of a high-ranking goblins, and this is a magical goblin. So they got, not only do they got their magic bag here, but they got all kinds of things, all kinds of resources and magic things around them that's going to help keep them safe, that's going to guide them, that's going to help them into victory, okay? This is the High Priestess card, okay? This card is coming in hot, all right? In the most positive way possible, in the most forceful way possible. Spirit is trying to remind you of your magic. Do you understand me? Do you see this? Do you understand what I'm saying? Spirit is trying to remind you that you got everything you need within your practice, within your ancestors, within your spiritual team. You have everything you need, absolutely everything you need. Absolutely everything you need to get through everything you need to get through to manifest the life you need to. You have the resources that you need. You have the people that you need. You have everything you need to take the next step. Do you have everything you need to take every step? No. You have everything you need to take the next step, baby. You have everything you need to take the next step, okay? You have everything you need to take the next step. So take the next step, all right? Take the next step. Remember how magic you are, all right? Let me tell you something about magic in your practice. If you're here sitting in this reading, this obviously you believe in spirituality, you believe in connection to the divine, and you believe in something. Let me tell you how this works. It's the law of reciprocity. It's the law of give and take. It's the law of the garden. What you plant, what you tend to, what you put your attention on, what you water in your garden is what's going to be what you harvest. Do you understand me? The earth works with you as you work with it, as you work with them, as you work with him, as you work with her. Do you understand me? You have all the resources that you need. You need to sink down into yourself and utilize those resources. Some of you got friends. Some of you got family. Some of you got acquaintances that could hook you up. The only thing you ain't doing is asking for a hand up. You ain't asking the right people in the right way for exactly for what you need. Do you understand me? Some of you have resources in the things that you have around you, from the places. Some of you ain't utilizing your free libraries like you need to be utilizing. Some of you ain't utilizing the workplaces. Some of you got resources that you're just sitting on, that you're not utilizing. She got a magic bag. She got a magic bag. She got this helmet that has been bespelled and all. She is pulling out all the stops, okay? The reason why you serve your practice is because your practice serves you. I'm in the middle of asking Spirit for some outrageous things, for some positively, beautifully outrageous things in regards to my love life, in regards to my financial life, in regards to my career, honey. I'm asking Creator for all the outrageous things. And let me tell you something. I'm living an outrageous life right now, a beautifully outrageous life. And I asked for this life. And now that it's been given to me, I'm going to ask for more outrageous, pleasure-inducing things where I can be given to, and that allows me to give to others. All right? I'm asking for it all. I serve my practice. That is one of your biggest resources. Your practice, your spirits, your guides, your deities. Why ain't you asking for the things you need to ask for? This is why you serve diligently, okay? The earth will give you things abundantly if you give to her abundantly. She is not, if you just pour into her. This is for folks who garden. If you have a garden, if you tend to your garden, if you know what you're doing, if you know the land, the soil, everything, if you know these things, if you cultivate your knowledge of the earth where you stand and how to build a garden, as you give more to it, as you learn about it, as you give your time, your energy, your sweat, your blood, it gives back to you. You've got more resources than you think. It's time to lean on your magic. Some of y'all ain't conjuring. You done all this praying, but you ain't asking for things back. You have all this knowledge. You watch all the dictionaries. You read all the books, but you ain't at the magical work table doing the work to conjure up the future that is rightfully yours. The High Priestess is out here trying to remind you of how magic you are. The High Priestess is trying to remind you that you are the High Priestess. From time to time, you will need a middleman. From time to time, you'll need a healer. That's why people like me exist. From time to time, you will need an outside source. From time to time, you will need someone who has dedicated their life to studying the higher things, the esoteric things that knows a couple more spells than you do. But for the most part, you are the spell. Hello, you are the magical being, and you need to trust that. And you need to start walking in that. And you need to stop doubting yourself. You need to stop doubting the faith that your spiritual team has in you. Anytime I doubt myself, the spirits humble me. They be like, so you trying to tell me that we made a mistake? And I'd be like, no, you ain't made a mistake. I mean, some very powerful beings mess with me. Okay, my ancestors, some very powerful ancestors woke up. Because we are made up of a lineage of hundreds of thousands of people, okay? Not everybody's ancestors messes with everybody, and my racist ancestors don't mess with me. I got a little bit of white in me. I'm related to a few of these white people out here. I don't know them, but we related, obviously. They don't mess with me. Them racist ancestors mess with them. You know what I'm saying? So fine, that's fine. But I know this: some ancient ancestors woke up. There's some ancestors who mess with me that haven't messed with anybody for a long time in our lineage, and they like. So you trying to say that we made a mistake in working with you? No, I know you didn't make a mistake. Well, then, if you don't trust yourself, you better trust your spirits. You better trust your ancestors that chose you. Okay. You better trust the fact that you are the magic. You are magic. You are magic. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Your magic is going to be enhanced if you always focus on your healing. Okay? Because magic don't know itself to be good or bad. Magic don't know itself to be evil or not evil. Okay, what you bring to the table is what the magic is going to be. And the more you heal, the better your magic is going to get. Okay, so reconnect to your magic, reconnect to your ancestors. Also, make sure you're healing your real life issues. Or make sure you're paying attention and don't use magic as an excuse, because a lot of y'all be doing that and I be wanting to hit you with a magic stick to get you right. All right. All right, now we got the labyrinth. We got the labyrinth, baby. All right, we have the 5 of the suit of junk, okay? That's one of the suits. The suit's like feathers, junk. It's something else. I think rope, something else. Anyway, this deck is lovely. I love it. Anyway, the 5 of the suit of junk. And this is reversed. So let me tell you the message that's coming through, okay? Now, the message is, yeah, it's been hard. It's been hard. If you apply your magic and you marry it. This card, let's go back to this real quick. The High Priestess card, too, is about living this full-on, out loud, and integrated. This card is about not compartmentalizing yourself, okay? This card is about not separating your spiritual self. It's time to not do that stuff no more. I don't care where I am. This priest, this shaman, this magic self is going to be present. I don't give a dang if I'm doing ratchet things and I'm in my full and my shadow self. I don't care if I'm in the hood. I don't care whatever part of me is present. This magic self is always present. This High Priestess card is about integration. The magic part of you needs to show up at your job. It needs to show up in your parenting. It needs to show up in your relationship. It needs to show up everywhere. And it's not about using magic as an excuse or, for not doing mental health issues, but this is about integration, integrating your magic self with these other aspects of your world, okay? Should you do this, and should you not even do this, a message coming in for all of us is going to be enhanced if you do this, is that finances and money has been tough, but there's going to be a couple opportunities coming your way, okay? There's going to be a couple opportunities coming your way, all right? And you need to be open to that, all right? You need to be open to that. And for some of you, it's going to be in the form of getting some free things that you are in dire need of that's going to help your business. It's going to help you personally. Some of this is going to look like deep or steep or really good discounts. Some of this is going to look like giving opportunities to make money. And here's the thing that y'all need to be very aware of. There's a lot of time, I love this analogy. I heard this the other day. There is sometimes you go to your creator, you go to your spirits, and you pray for cake. I want some cake. I really want some cake. I really want some cake. I want red velvet cake. I want red velvet cake. I want red velvet cake. I want it. I want red velvet cake. And spirit goes, okay, you can have red velvet cake. But what you're thinking is you want spirit just to bring you a red velvet cake, and spirit says, hey, I brought you all the ingredients, top of the line ingredients for free. Top of the line ingredients for free. Top of the line ingredients for free to make your own red velvet cake. Not only did I bring you the ingredients, I brought you everything, the mixer, I brought you all the tools, I brought you even a teacher to help you make it. So you can always have red velvet cake the way you want it. And you go, but I didn't want to make it though. That is the quickest way to stop spirit from making opportunities for you. When you pray for something, you better be prepared for it unless you get super extra specific. And even then, you better be open to it coming to you in the way that's best for you. And sometimes the way that's best for you is not the way that you envisioned it. And you better be open to it anyway so you don't end up blocking your blessing. Hello. Because the 5 of the suit of junk is telling you that spirit knows it's been hard, but you're about to get some opportunity. A lot of this has to do with financial things, but for some of you, spirit is saying this is in love and other ways. There are some of you, how this applies to love, there are some of you, you've been praying for, I want my romantic partner. I really want my romantic partner. I really want my romantic partner. So spirit is sending it to you. However, you are not to pursue that romantic partner right now. Maybe y'all are supposed to be friends right now while you both work on yourself. Maybe y'all supposed to be just co-workers right now, and that's it while you get to know each other, while you work on yourself. Maybe they're your friend first. Okay, so things about to turn around. You need to be open to the opportunities that are coming your way. You need to be specific about the things you need to happen. And you also need to step out and go for it as well. People think that like manifestation is like passive. Okay, people think manifestation is passive and some of it is, but a lot of it isn't. What you are seeking is seeking you. So if you out looking for, if you want praying for love, but you refuse to like leave your house, where you gonna find it? You refuse to like interact with people. Maybe you can't leave your house for whatever reason, for medical reasons. But if you're not interacting with people online, if you're not interacting with people, where does love gonna come from? I want a new job. Okay, well, spirit says I want a new job. All right, well, but you ain't looking for a job though. You ain't updating your resume. You ain't, upping your skill set. Like you got to meet it as well. God bless the child that's got his own. That's also going out and doing what they need to do to meet, okay, their luck and their goals. All right. Do what you have to do, okay? So it's gonna turn around. Things are gonna be good, but you need to be all up in your magic. Do you understand me? Do you understand me, baby? Do you understand me, baby? Do you like getting dragged? How you guys doing out there? 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 How you guys doing up there? We came in hot. We came in hot. That co-workers thing, some of y'all got caught up. I said that, and some of you like, oh. Yes. Yeah, okay. So not everything needs to be eaten now, okay? You don't need to have, sometimes spirit brings you what you want, but you can't have it right now. You need to learn to be patient and keep your hands off. Reminds me of that challenge that people did a couple, like on TikTok, where they were doing it with their toddlers. They put like candy or their toddler's favorite snack in front of them, and they'd be like, but you can't have this until mommy comes back or until daddy comes back. Like, here, you can have all of this when I come back, but you can't eat it. And they would see whose toddlers would sit there and like wait, and whose toddler was like, man, I'm doing it. Like, and I love both sides. I know understand both sides. Some of them kids was like, I can be patient, I can have self control. Some of them kids was like, YOLO. What you mean I can't have it? You should have put it in front of me then. That's you as an adult. You don't think Spirit be doing that to you as an adult? You better recognize. And sometimes it is okay for you to take it now. Sometimes it actually is okay for you to take it now. But you gotta stop and think about the situation and what Spirit is trying to teach you. And sometimes Spirit is like, nah. And sometimes Spirit puts it in front of your face so you can still work for it. But you don't need to. You gonna learn to keep your hands off of it. Okay. So if whatever situation it is, just learn to be patient in this peace. Do you understand me? All right. How y'all doing out there? You all right? You all right? Fury on King said, my impatient ass ready to fight. I want it now. Oh, I know, honey. I want it now too. I want it now too. Spirit is dangling all type of beautiful things in my face with love life and all that. I'm just sitting here like if you just drop it up right here, if you just drop it off right here. Spirit's like, keep working on yourself. It's right here though. It's right here for you. This is yours. And I'm just like I know I want it now too, baby. But you know what you're gonna do if you want it real good? You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait like we all are. You're gonna wait. And you know what? It's gonna taste so much better. It's gonna take so much better. All right. We got this. You okay? Get coping mechanisms. We got this. Somebody's getting, but it's right there. Fam kitten, I love how real you get. It's the only way to be. It's the only way to be. Oh my God, Jessica, thank you. Thank you for that generous super chat. My goodness, thank you. I appreciate the holy hell out of you. Thank you. And please note to all of you, and whatever financial appreciation you ever show to me, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. It is a pleasure to serve you all. And so thank you just for the blessing of you being here and being present and supporting me, liking, sharing. And thank you for your beautiful comments. And thank you for your amazing super cats. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Melanie said, told the universe I'm ready for love, but I need to learn how to take in love, trust, vulnerability within relationships. So they sent me a Dom's relationship. What the hell? Okay, let's go. See, it works like that sometimes. Moon Pumpkin, it's like the cartoons when they hang a carrot in front of the horse so it keeps walking forward. Exactly. Daniel said, girl, I needed this, every bit of it today. This week has been hellish and terrifying for me. Thank you so much for what you do. You're really saving me today. I got you, baby. I got you. It's a pleasure to be here. Lilith said, the way I'm cackling, oh my God, and I'm high. Affirmation box time, because these cards, you calling for the spanking of the affirmation box. I got you, Whitney. We got him. I got him next. I got you. Crystal said, spirits are talking to me, honey. Amen. Katie said, I'm flinching now. Pookie Bunny said, yes, I feel personally attacked, and I love it. We go and welcome to the Sugar Honey Dumpling Clue, Lilith. Welcome, baby. Welcome, sugar. Welcome, sugar. Welcome, sugar. Thank you, Savvy, for your super chat. I appreciate you so very, very much. Thank you. Y'all are amazing. Welcome, Deacon FAFO. All right, well, Deacon FAFO is here in the place to be. We're going to do a couple of affirmations. Repeat after me. Life is abundant and I am safe. 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 Life is abundant and I am oh God. Life is abundant and I am safe. The OG isn't gonna know. Oh God. This affirmation will always bring back a very specific reading where we were all getting our asses handed to us, and then we were literally crying, and then the universe said, the bird said it, the bird said it, it's okay to cry. And we were literally crying. What Sarah said, it's a setup. So we already know how the rest of this reading is about to go. Repeat after me. It's okay to cry. Oh my God, Lilith, I want to thank you for giving that super chat, but you gave that super chat right after Deacon Affirmation Box is beating us up, which you know is going to do nothing but encourage Deacon Affirmation Box to keep beating us up. Repeat after me. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. I'm not laughing because of the message. The message is so important. But this affirmation box is so brutal. I don't get slapped around like this often, except for every Sunday. It's okay to cry. 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 And you know what, for real though, like y'all see it, you know, I will be passionate here on these lives and get to crying with y'all. I will cry on my my videos in real life, whatever. And it is so healing to get it done. It is so healing to cry in laughter. It is so healing to cry just to get your feelings out. Like, and it's genderless, y'all. Remember, it's genderless, okay? So, like, get your cry on for real. Like, a lot of the times, like, that's what's wrong. You haven't released. You haven't released. You haven't given your body the chance to really release. You haven't given your body the chance to really just let it go, to let it like go. So we laugh at that, but like I oftentimes think about that when I just need to purge, when I just need to let that fly. Like, you know, it is okay to cry, but Lord, you have no chill, Deacon Assistant Affirmation Box. This is the scene we're in. In Labyrinth. Why the head don't come off? I feel like this is the scene we're in. I feel like bringing this was appropriate today. I feel like that's what the affirmation box is doing to us. Let's do one more affirmation. Oh yeah, Moon Pumpkin, I talked about you all in the beginning of this reading. I talked about you all in the beginning of this reading, baby. So let's do one more affirmation. My brain is my sexiest body part. 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 All right, good people. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it happening. Let's keep it doing what we need to do. Like I mentioned earlier, Moon Pumpkin is in the actual building right now. They weren't in the building in the beginning of this, but they are in the building now. Please go to moonpumpkin.com if you want to pick up your Oracle Pogs. They came out with a new one, the Monster Edition. So this is what we pulled from today. All right. So the first one, and this is the back of the Oracle cards. And actually, let me Where is the thing at? Did I drop it? I think I dropped it. Where is it at? Where did I put it? Oh my God, you guys. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I don't know. My stoner self. Anyway, the book that, you know how the guidebooks that you get in tarot, the guidebook for this one was like an old a folder that has the monster logo on it, like you get in school, like a 3-ring folder, and inside it looks like a little essay. Oh God, it's just the ultimate. Moon Pumpkin is cute as hell, all right? And these Oracle Pogs are cute as hell, all right? But anyway, this is the Monster Edition, and this is the Conduit, and I love the Conduit, and I love the message of this Pog, okay? You are a conduit. You are a channeler. You speak to the ancestors. Some of you are empaths. Some of you are mediums, okay? A lot of you are healers. A lot of you are healers for yourself. There's some of us, well, all of us are actually healers for ourselves. You are a built-in healer for you. Spirit made you with a physical, mental, emotional intelligence to be able to do a lot of your healing. Yes, we need the assistance of others, but you are your first and greatest healer. And you will only heal with the assistance of others the best if you understand that you have a healing power, and that works in cooperation with your doctors, with your naturopathic healers, with anybody who's helping you to move forward in your healing, okay? But being a conduit, being a healer, being a helper is not about being a doormat. It is not about being someone who gets walked over. A lot of y'all, I have a whole empath workshop, and I've done videos about it. You're gonna have to dig in my playlist, I think in the magic playlist. But I have talked about on a regular basis that some of y'all treat empathy like you are supposed to be a punching bag. I'm an empath, therefore I must suffer. I must suffer. I'm a healer, therefore I must suffer. And that is capitalism and white supremacy talking, baby, because indigenous healing don't mean that. The healers and the empaths and the people who felt the most and were sensitives were not actually condemned to a life of suffering. You were condemned to a life of understanding who you are and doing your job within the community and being uplifted by the community, okay? It was about offering reciprocity. The healer wasn't the healer at their own expense. Everybody around them recognized what it took to be a healer, the training, the danger, and the fact that they were things that they weren't going to be able to do as a healer. They were ways that they can't participate in life, that the regular village life, that the other people have to make up for, because why they can't participate in regular life is because they're out learning how to be a better healer so they can help your ass out. Being a healer, being a helper, being an empath, it's not about being about walked all over, okay? It's not about not having boundaries, okay? And a lot of y'all tend to do this in relationships. I'm such a healer, I'm an empath, so you submit yourself to abuse in your relationships. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. It is not, in fact, your path to heal others and then be with a man who refuses to get his things together and hits on you or financially abuses you. It is not your path. Spirit does not, in fact, want you, is not sentencing you to be a healer for others, but you got to go home to a woman who sucks your whole energy dry, who sucks your bank account, who sucks your energy, who sucks everything about you dry and eats you alive. No, that's not how this works. And that means you need to get a healing. And you need to focus on yourself if that is what you're doing in your relationships. And that's about friendships. That's about family. No, spirit don't want you to do that. I don't care if you're at your blood family. If your mama is a raging narcissist who is not interested in healing and treats you like you don't mean anything, get the hell away. And I don't care if she's on a dying bed. Why do you keep submitting yourself to going to see her? You don't have to, okay? Toxic positivity and also toxic Abrahamic religions at its best. You don't need to forgive your abusers to feel whole. No, you don't need to forgive your abusers, and especially if they haven't healed, you can have a very positive life and not forgive these fools. You ain't got to do something. No, I don't care if they're suffering later on in life. You don't be guilted into helping people if you don't want to, if you're not mentally where you need to be. You got to torture yourself to be enlightened. That's not what this is about. On the spiritual path, there are going to be enough times where you're going to get dragged, like these readings. There's going to be enough times where you are going to get dragged. There's going to be enough times where the healing is going to hurt. You don't need to add to that burden by intentionally putting yourself in the line of fire. No. You ain't here to heal all people. There are some people who are put in your path where you're just here to observe it and be like, well, damn. And the information you observe about them will help you in healing others. But you ain't here to heal all people. You ain't here to help all people. Sometimes messed up people are put in your life to show you what you could be or what you could have been if you didn't do the healing that you did already, and if you don't continue to do the healing that you need to do. I learned that lesson very clearly last year. Spirit was like, quit trying to help everybody. And that's I know that on the public level, but in my personal life, I still sometimes get that wrong. And Spirit dropped me off in someone's life and dropped them off in someone's life, and we were both supposed to learn a lesson. In that situation, I'm the one that's learning my lesson, and I can see that they're actively not taking advantage and learning the lesson they need to learn with me. And that's not up to me to make them. Recognizing my alarm goes off, I forget to undo it. That's why there's that little glitch when y'all, because at 1:11, that's when that goes off. Anyway, yeah, it is not up to you. Like, if people ain't gonna take advantage of their blessing, if people ain't gonna learn that's no. You ain't here to heal everybody. You ain't here to make everybody like see the way, the light. I know you want everybody to be good. I know you want everybody to love their life. I know you want it. Make a wish, y'all. but you can't bring everybody with you on the way to success. So do your job. Do you understand me? Do your job. Be the healer you're supposed to be. Do it for the folks you need to do it for. Handle your business, but understand you can't do that for everybody. Not everybody's going to take advantage of that, and you ain't supposed to be nobody's doormat. From your family to your lovers to your friends, to your chosen family. Handle your business. Handle your business. Next up, we got stitches. So this is, I love the message in this card. This card is, when you get stitches, sometimes you get the stitches that dissolve. Sometimes you get the stitches that need to be taken out. No matter what, if you get the stitches that dissolve or the stitches that need to be taken out, the message is there's going to be a point when the stitches are done working and they've done their job and they need to go away. Sometimes you've taken all the medicine for the situation, you've done what you need to do, and you need to just be done. Let me tell you that healing is a lifestyle. I've been saying this for over 10 years publicly. Healing is a whole lifestyle. It's a whole journey. It's a lifestyle. It's a journey. It's not a destination. You're going to be working it all on for all your life. But there are issues that you're going to come to the end to. There are situations you're going to be done with. And you need to take out the stitches or the medicine is done. You don't need to take that medicine no more. I have struggled with body dysmorphia. I have struggled with hating my body. I have struggled with eating disorders for a large portion of my life due to my trauma. And I've been working on this, actively healing on it, working at it. Once I really honed in on how dangerous what I was doing at 16 years old. That is over 20 some years of work. And there are parts of this journey that I'm still working on to this day, but there are large parts of this journey I'm not. The self-harm aspect to my eating disorder, I was done with that well over 15 years ago. And I was able to put a pin in that and let that go. There are parts in your journey where you are well and truly done, where there's parts of you that are well and truly healed, and there was medicine, there were coping mechanisms, there were things that you were doing to get there that you no longer need to do, you no longer need to take because you have addressed that issue and it's time to move on. It's time to take the stitches out. It's time to do away with some of the things. It's time to, you're done. You're done. You're done. It's time to move on. You've done the work. You handled your business. You did what you needed to do. It's time to congratulate yourself. It's time to uplift yourself. It's time to celebrate. But it's the end of an era. You're done, baby. And you did good. Alrighty then. Let me check in with the comments. Vamp Kitten, thank you, baby. Vamp Kitten, thank you, honey. for your generous super chat. Ashley said, lifestyle for sure. Healing never stops. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Especially because we live in societies that are hell-bent on continuously hurting us. We live in a society that breeds and teaches violence at every single space, and it withholds resources for self-care and like loving communities. It destroys the very mechanisms that would heal us. So you have to continuously heal. You got to make it a priority. You have to make it a lifestyle over a lot of things. I've made healing a lifestyle over financial security, which means there was a lot of milestones my peers were hitting that I didn't hit. And but I didn't prioritize that. I was like, look, as long as I have a roof over my head, I'm eating, I have clothes on my back, I don't care. I actively did not buy a car for years so that I didn't have to have that bill. And I actively just had to structure my life living in a way where I could catch the bus and I could walk and I could use other transportation systems in order to get around, okay? Like, whatever you got to do, make healing a priority because they're hell-bent on unaliving every single one of us. Thank you for your super chat, Erica. Thank you for your super chat, baby. Thank you for your super chat, honey. Thank you for your super chat, baby. Catherine said, "Oh, I was worried I missed this, baby. You're right on time. If you were here at the beginning of this reading, you right on time. If you coming in the middle, you right on time. If you see it at the end, you right on time. If you hear live, you right on time. If you hear on the record, you right on time, baby. We right on time." Sarana said, we also need to get rid of this idea that we need to be perfect. We need to be a perfect victim or be accommodating to our abusers to deserve respect from our community, society. Exactly. Let me tell you who I am real inconvenient to. Every single person who's ever hurt me. Let me tell you, I make all the way uncomfortable all of my abusers. Hello. Let me tell you who I do not care about, that they are the villain in my story. Every single person who intentionally has come after me, I don't care. And I don't care if my glow up, my healing makes you uncomfortable. You ain't got to be accommodating. You ain't got to be accommodating to any of these fools, okay? All right? All right. Dev, the disaster says, as someone doing so much healing and cycle breaking, I needed this. Thank you. You are so welcome, baby. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you, precious Naomi, for your super chat, baby. Happy birthday, Catherine Givens. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope your day is precious and wonderful and so very, very divine. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope it is. Rogue Wolf said, at one point in my life, I was helping someone heal while someone I trust was healing me. It was wild, yeah. Sometimes it's like that. Make sure as you are pouring into people, you are being poured into by your community, by your covens, by yourself, you know. Anna Lee said, this spiritual spanking is so hard, we won't be able to sit down tomorrow. It's a lot. It is a lot. As Sinclair Wolf Warrior said, as an empath, some of the best advice I got was observe, don't absorb. Exactly. 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 Vamp Kitten said, I've cut myself off from my whole family for these exact reading. It felt so freeing. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And it's not easy out here, but you got to do what you have to do. All right, let's do a couple of affirmations, and then we're going to continue with our reading. This affirmation is a quote from Patricia de Sousa. And I apologize if I am mispronouncing that last name. But this says, never lose yourself to your secret. Repeat after me. Never lose yourself to your secret. 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 All right. This affirmation says, and this is for those of you who experience sexual needs. And this is, you might need to express it to yourself just out loud, whatever this needs to you means to you. If you don't experience, sexual needs, then just, hold some space as others affirm themselves. All right, this one says, I express my deepest sexual needs. 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 I want you to remember that over here we are sex positive. We believe that it is very much a part of spirituality. And there's no shame in it, There's absolutely no shame in it. So do what we believe in, being students of sexuality, your sexuality and sensuality. I'm literally a formal sex education teacher. So no shame over here in any of that. All right. Express your needs to yourself, to your partners, to spirit, but most especially to yourself. All right. And be honest about what you need, want, and desire. Okay. All right, my loves. When I say motivational dominatrix, I am that. And I'm also a dominatrix in real life. All right, my dear. We're going to continue with the message from our Animal Guides deck. And this is the Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Get into it. Healing is a lifestyle, as we have spoken about. And we're always going to need to heal from some things. So it's time to get up under some of that. There are some of you who have been actively hiding from something that you don't want to get into because it's painful. It brings up painful emotions, and you need to deal with that, because you not dealing with your shadow emotions is creating consequence in other aspects of your life. Deal with your emotions, or your emotions will deal with you. Deal with your emotions, or your emotions will deal with you. And the thing about it is, if your emotions start dealing with you, you don't really have control over that. The only way to have control over your emotions is to deal with them, is to process them, is to be with them. People ask all the time, what is shadow work? Part of shadow work is that. Part of shadow work is dealing with shame. Part of shadow work is dealing with embarrassment, your pride. Deal with your sadness, your grief. Everybody needs to deal with their grief. I don't care where you think you are in that. You are in the midst of losing. 2020. I feel like we're in 2020. Everything shifted. I have left a record. If you go, you can check my Facebook. If I was on Instagram, you can check that. Just FYI, none of them accounts on Instagram is me. I'm not on Instagram. I finally found a lawyer, though. People are about to be in trouble. 2020 shifted everybody's life, and we ain't the same. Folks wasn't okay before 2020. There is a mass shooting every day in the United States. And just because the United States is acting out like this doesn't mean that other countries are better. Y'all ain't okay in the UK. Y'all ain't okay in Australia. Nobody's okay right now. We just all acting out differently. But I bet you when you go to any country's most marginalized people, they are feeling it the worst. Nobody's okay right now. And part of a big thing is that people aren't grieving what happened. It's not just dealing with it. Things died. Not just people, ways of life. Grieve. Because we ain't the same people. You ain't the same person. We ain't the same people. People ain't the same people. Relationships ain't the same. Things ain't the same, and we need to adjust. And us being stunted from grieving is what people are, is what's keeping a lot of people from moving forward. You can't even envision a new world for yourself because you will not grieve that that's done. That's done. That's done. Quit trying to look back. Quit trying to look back. Quit trying to look back. Deal with your emotions. And we're going to be grieving this pandemic for the rest of our life. This ain't something you need to make room for grief. This ain't something that you can be like, okay, I'm going to give it 6 weeks, then we're done. No. We're going to be grieving this off and on for the rest of our life. As a death doula, the grief cycles, honey. And when you deal with it, that is the only medicine that makes it better, is dealing with it. Because when it comes around again, you've dealt with it a little bit. And it softens the blow a little bit. And you have a couple more skills. This pandemic, it didn't just bring up traumas from our life. It blew the bottle off of ancestral trauma. There was a lot of y'all that didn't believe in that. But this ain't the first time humans have survived pandemics. Look up how closely the Spanish flu was in date-wise to us. We've got that in our blood. The panic of that pandemic is relatively recent. And that's in our bloodline. Deal with them. Deal with them. This society is built so you don't deal with things, so we do exactly what we're doing right now, so you can be controlled. Deal with it. Handle your business. Handle your business. Handle your business. Get used to creating a lifestyle where we deal with it. That read your books, go to YouTube, watch therapy, go to therapy if you have it. Deal with it, baby. Deal with it. They are hell-bent on creating you crazy. They are hell-bent on creating your crazy. They are hell-bent on creating your crazy. They do a successful job. And one of the best tools that they have is leaving us without tools. A big part of your indigenous, as we are reclaiming our spiritualities, as we're reclaiming our indigenous practices, a lot of y'all missed the memo because y'all ain't doing the work. And a lot of y'all, this is the danger of appropriating people's spiritualities when it's a closed practice. There are things that are part, what I have found with people who are living the reclamation of indigenous practices, there are ways of living that are about justice. There are ways of living that are about reciprocity, that are about restorative justice, but that are about mental health, that are about actually addressing real life issues in a real life way. And this is needed. So deal with your emotions. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. It's always time for deep emotional healing. But whatever spirit and in this time is bringing up for you to heal emotionally, attend to it. And understand that this too will pass. The more you just walk into it, the quicker this will be over. The more you are open, and that's the trick. Y'all want to hack on really getting through these lessons and this healing? Run towards it. As soon as spirit says, I want you to deal with it, start running. Scared or not, just start running towards the issue and bust right into it and have your arms open, fucking belly flop into it, and just be open to learning the lesson. The quicker you just do it and be open to learning the lesson and getting it done and submitting, the quicker will be done. The quicker you will just be done. So like, handle your business. Handle your business. Just get into it, baby. Get into it. The Cardinal says the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. Do it as ever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. I love this card. Let me tell you what's at the essence of this card. Don't be a spiritual elitist. Don't be a spiritual elitist. Don't be a spiritual elitist. I see a lot of people who get into their spiritual path and they get all aesthetic. Let me put on some drop crotch pants, aka Amber pants. Let me put on some linen. Let me put rainbows in my hair, and let me do all this aesthetic stuff, and they let me leave behind my lower self. No. People come at me all the time. You cuss. You can't be spiritual. You can kiss my ass and sit and span. I'm a full being. And I follow the ways of Mother Nature, and Mother Nature teaches us about balance. Mother Nature is very much about her pleasure. She's very much about her pleasure. She's very much about her pleasure. Because if she wasn't, why are we not the only animals that can experience pleasure? We discover beautiful landscapes all the time that are beautiful just for the sake of being beautiful. Mother Nature is about her pleasure. So this reminds us not to be a spiritual elitist. This reminds us that some of y'all have given up parts of yourself in the names of playing the role of spirituality instead of actually being spiritual. And there were a lot of these, especially within Abrahamic religion, there were so many of these stories and these fictional things that were created so that you would do that, so that your life would forever be out of balance. I love the fact that we had that affirmation. See, the affirmation box be knowing. I picked those affirmations at random. We literally had an affirmation that said, I express my spiritual needs. Spirituality and sexuality were never separate in ancient indigenous practices, and it was never something that creator looked upon as something that was nasty. All these hangups we have around sexuality and morality and sexual orientation and gender identity, that is all created to create chaos and dissension and to separate us. Indigenous spirituality didn't do that. Even the lower self and higher self. I hate when people they have placed hierarchy over that. No, baby, your shadow work, and even when I speak about shadow work, I don't ever want you, your shadow work is not to eradicate your shadow. Your shadow work is to balance your shadow and your light. Let me tell you something. I'm a protector for real. And I have often been gone to, even when I was a tiny, tiny thing, to help defend someone when there was a bully or there was someone around. I'm not to be trifled with when I'm angry, and I'm not to be trifled with when I'm focused. It is literally one of the things that I do and one of the things that I am. I know real fear and how to incite that in someone, because I know what it is to be preyed on in some of the most depraved and disgusting ways. It is my embracing of the shadow that allows me to meet abusers, mine included, eye to eye and head on. It is the embracing of this shadow that has protected me and many other people. Your shadow work is not to eradicate it. It's to balance it. It's to understand it. It's so that your messed up mental health doesn't get the best of you. It's so your trauma doesn't rule you. Don't be a spiritual elitist. So many spiritual elitists out here won't party with certain people, won't kick it with certain people, won't go certain places. Certain things are beneath them. You better get the hell out of here with all that. People place hierarchy on these things, low vibrations, high vibrations, when everything is on a spectrum, honey. It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. And you are incomplete without all of your spectrum. And no part of your spectrum is better than any part of your spectrum. So from your sexuality spectrum to your mental health spectrum to whatever spectrum, you need every single part of your spectrum to be complete. Shadow work is not about eradicating your shadow. It is about balancing it. Honey, the most depraved of me has some of the best times, and it does some of my best work. Some of my best work comes from my shadow self. Some of my best magic comes from my shadow self. Some of my best work comes from my light self. Some of my best protection and magic comes from my light self. But because I am embracing of all of these things, I can access all of myself and I can own all of myself. Here's the thing. If you constantly fight against your shadow self and don't work to embrace it, that means other people can own your shadow self. I think that's what my video will be about tomorrow. Own all of yourself or someone else will. I did do a status about that on Facebook. Own all parts of yourself or someone else will. If you deny your pleasure parts, it can be used against you. If you deny how you like things, it can be used against you. Own all parts of yourself. See, if you own, a lot of you are out here not owning how you are mentally unwell, and people around you are watching you, observing you, and they can see it. So when you don't own how you're not mentally unwell, then you're not paying attention to it. Other people who mean you harm are, and they use that information against you. Welcome to the Speak and Spike. Can't nobody out there ever blackmail me, because I'll tell it before you will. And chances are you can probably find it in an archive somewhere. You can probably find someone who heard it in the audience. You can probably find a video or a post where I already talked about it. That's also why you can't counsel me. I already know I'm messed up. I already know I'm not perfect. So when someone says, hey, Speech, you did this, I can be like, I probably did. Let's talk about it. I probably already got into it with my therapist friends, with my healer friends. I probably already got into it with my own personal healers. So let's talk about it. And if I owe you an apology, you will receive it. If I was wrong, I was wrong. Because doing that don't diminish my power. It don't diminish my message. It don't diminish my gifts. It don't diminish my personhood. It don't diminish me. It enhances me. Own yourself. You're doing your shadow work. That means you are susceptible to being controlled and owned. You don't own your flaws. That means someone's out there that can easily manipulate you and you don't even realize it. The arrogance is like, no one's manipulating me. You would not believe how easy it is. Let's take this for example. I'm neurospicy on the spectrum, presenting, with signs of autism and ADHD. Now, I've owned my weirdness and my differences, which is what protected me when I didn't have the language for any of this. Now that I have the language for a lot of this, even in this past year, the past 6 months, my eyes got opened up to how I was being taken advantage of because I didn't own these parts of myself that I wasn't aware of. Literally, 3 weeks ago, I had this epiphany about how I kept being taken advantage of in a specific area of my life. And now I see it. The more I've been learning about my neurospiciness, the more I was like, oh, wait, because I couldn't see this part of myself. But now because I own it and I see that part of me is no longer available to be taken advantage of. When you continuously get to know yourself, when you continuously own these parts of you, good, bad, ugly, when you are not ashamed of all these parts, then you can take full ownership of who you are, thereby gaining more control. That Cash App LadySpeech, that Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa, that PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Always feel free to show financial appreciation for this labor, baby. Labor, baby. Let's do some affirmations, shall we? This affirmation says, recovery is not one and done. It is a lifelong journey that takes place one day, one step at a time. Recovery is not one and done. It is a lifelong journey that takes place one day, one place, one step at a time. Recovery is not a one and done. It is a lifelong journey that takes place one day, one step at a time. Recovery is not a one and done. It is a lifelong journey that takes place one day, one step at a time. Recovery is not a one and done. It is a lifelong journey that takes place one day, one step at a time. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to commit to your recovery when you fail, when you fall. You have to step into your recovery understanding that you fail and you will fall. A lot of you are really afraid of getting on with your life because you're afraid of failure. And you really just need to commit to the fact that you are going to fail. Failure is a natural and a necessary part of success. You are going to stumble, okay? This is why recovery, this is why reaching towards your goals, towards success, it's a one day at a time, it's a one step, it's a one moment at a time. You can keep going though. If you are recovering from substance abuse, if you are recovering from eating disorders, if you are recovering whatever it is, it's okay. There's gonna be days. You got this. Keep going. Recovery for a lot of things isn't one and done. For some things in life, it is. For some things in life, boom, boom, bada bing, bada bam, bam, bam. But for most things, it's not. You got this. Let's do another affirmation, baby. Let's do another affirmation, baby. I want you to repeat after me, especially if you are black. If you are not black, I just want you to hold some space. Actually, no. If you are black, you're going to say, my black is beautiful. If you're not black, you're going to say, black is beautiful. Okay? So if you are black, my black is beautiful. If you're not black, black is beautiful. My 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 black is beautiful. Ooh, child. You know what? This right here. This right here. For some of you, I just want you to write this down because you're going to need to say this a lot this week. This is a beautiful reminder. Just listen. Say it if you can. It's a long one. Yeah, Moon Pumpkin said it's okay to cry. Yeah. This is my life, my story, my book. I will no longer let anyone else write it, nor will I apologize for the edits I make. You know what? I don't know why this is getting me emotional, but it's getting me emotional. And this is coming from a person who has been writing my own story from the beginning. But I think y'all don't understand how revolutionary it is to do just that. How revolutionary it is to write your own story and it's not about rebelling for the sake of rebellion. It's about writing your story because it's your birthright. There were people, I think about me and how free I live, and that is the gift I can give to my ancestors. The greatest gift that I can give to my freed ancestors and formerly enslaved ancestors and ancestors who've never known oppression and ancestors who all they knew was oppression. The greatest gift I can give to them and myself is continuing to be myself. And I remember that in times when people attack me because my happiness, my blackness, my freedom, my liberation, my queerness threatens them. It's a wonderful thing. And these tears aren't tears of happiness, but just tears of truth. And tears of like, it is the greatest thing that you can give to yourself, even if you have to die for it. Even if you have to die for it. And it makes me emotional because my friend was murdered for it. She stood in her fullness and her truth, and even with all, and my life has been threatened in the same way that hers was taken for living in my truth. And even still, in the face of that, it is still far worth it to write your own story. It is still far more worth it to edit your own mistakes, to be accountable. Do not let your lack of shadow work write your story. Do not let your unchecked and unworked with emotions write your story. Do not let white supremacy write your story. Do not let your abusers write your story. Do not let your abusive things that you survived write your story. You write your story. This is my life, my story, my book. I will no longer let anyone else write it, nor will I apologize for the edits I make. This is my life, my story, my book. I will no longer let anyone else write it, nor will I apologize for the edits I make. This is my life, my story, my book. I will no longer let anyone else write it, nor will I apologize for the edits I make. And you know, I guess these tears also come from the fact that, like, I made that decision for me at 18 years old. I literally walked off from my entire life and decided to create it. And I remember the poem that I wrote, and I still have that journal where I wrote that poem. And I declared the life that I am living right now. And I promised myself that if I couldn't do it on my terms, it wasn't worth doing. And I'm impressed with 18-year-old baby me. And I'm impressed that I continue to hold to that. That at an age where I'm watching so many peers and counterparts succumb to the weight of what this society tells you can be, it is a beautiful thing to witness within myself and to witness within a few of my close friends our defiance in being ourselves. So, beautiful, beautiful words. Let's continue with the reading. We are going to move on to the Angels and Ancestors deck. We have the Knight, to be brave and honest. You're going to have to stand for something, and you're going to have to mean it. What do you believe in? Who do you believe in? If you have privilege, you're going to need to use it to defend yourself and others, but mostly the ones who are more marginalized than you, who don't have the privilege you have. We are all called to be the warrior. We are all called to stand. You have male privilege. You know what you must do with it. You must use it to defend those who don't have it. You must use it to stand up in rooms and speak for people where those people are not invited into. You have white privilege, well, then you know what you need to do with it. You need to stand for people who don't have white privilege. You need to stand in rooms where we are not invited and use your voice to make a way for our voice. You have cisgendered privilege. You know what you need to do with it. You need to stand for folks who don't have that privilege. You need to use your voice in rooms where those other voices are not invited so that you can make a way for those voices to be heard. Being a warrior, being a knight is not about being without emotion. Do you see there is a tear running down his face? He's not emotionless. He is a knight because he feels so deeply. He is dedicated to the cause. This isn't a game out here in these streets. We must become village again. We must become community again. We must learn to listen and communicate with one another, and we must learn to defend one another. You cannot make it out here on your own. This pandemic should have taught you that. It came for every single one of us. And the folks who thrived the best were the folks who learned to come together. I watched organically As folks in the communities were being listened to, trans folks, elderly folks, poor Black people, poor Mexican folks, indigenous people, crying for help and none of the resources getting to them. And then you know what happened? They just formed these things on their own. Many deaths, but many deaths were prevented because of community care, because of village care, because we are the only ones that are going to save us. We are the ones we are waiting for. You are your brother's keeper. You are your sister's keeper. You are your sibling's keeper. Your sibling is your keeper. Your sister is your keeper. Your brother is your keeper. It is we. It is we. It is us. We must find our way back to each other again. We must find our way back to ourselves again. You must be brave because the people are not okay. So those who are vicious and malicious, eating from a diet of hate, are going to bring that intensity to the ones that they target. You must be brave. You must understand that it is real out here. You must understand that people lose their lives out here, and you must go forward anyway. We must defend each other. We must be there for each other. We must step into who we are and who we were born to be. All right, we have the Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. You're going to need to mother yourself. You know what you need to be out here doing. You know what you don't need to be out here doing. You know where you need to step your game up. You know where you need to honor yourself, your talents. You know where you need to honor. You know what the things you need to stop. You know the things you need to start. The Medicine Mother is all about honoring your inner knowing. It's about trusting your inner parent. And this isn't about, sometimes it's about parenting your inner child, but a lot of times it's about parenting your inner adult. Sometimes it's about parenting your inner adult. If you need to eat better, eat better. If you need to get a little fresh air and exercise because it'd be good for your soul and your spirit, do so. If you need to quit watching so much ratchet television, you need to put yourself on a little diet. You don't need to stop all of it, but maybe you need to stop some of it. Whatever you have to do, the Medicine Mother reminds us to take our medicine. To take our medicine in the form of exercise, to take our medicine in the form of the actual medication we need to be taking. To take our medicine in telling ourselves to stop dealing with toxic people. Take our medicine in the form of go to bed. Take your medicine and get the hell up and get some work done. Take your medicine and clean your room, clean your house, clean your car. Take the medicine. All right. Sometimes you got to take that medicine. You know what you need to be doing. You know what you don't need to be doing. You know how you need to improve. Okay? Sometimes you got to snatch yourself up, do so when you need to do so. Sometimes you are standing in your own way. And it's okay to admit it. It's okay to be like, I'm making a whole mistake right now. I'm acting like a whole child. I'm having a whole tantrum. We act childlike. It's okay. Sometimes you're having a whole tantrum. And you need to be like, you know what? You are having a tantrum, and I'm gonna go ahead and obviously you need to scream. Obviously you need to punch the air. Obviously so let's go do this in a positive way, and then you need to calm down and come back and do what you need to do. Okay? Sometimes you need to parent yourself. Go have your little tantrum, or go get a pillow and scream into it. Go cry. There are times when I've had to be like, you know what? You feel like you're being treated unfairly. You're not, but you feel like you're being treated unfairly. You've got some really big feelings right now, speech. So give yourself 20 minutes. I will give myself a timer. I will go into my room. I will cry. I will scream. I will say, this is unfair. I will kick my feet. I will give myself 20 minutes to get it out. I will give myself permission to say all the nonsensical things. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be even correct. You feel your big feelings, and when that timer goes off, okay. You go off and you handle your business, okay? You put your big person panties on, put your big person boxers on, and you get to go and doing what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta do what you have to do. Parent that child. You are a big old baby some days, okay? And sometimes when you ain't got it, I go to the spirit. Some days I will just go to the ancestor altar and be like, I don't got it. I really don't, I need a handler. I need a supervisor today. I can't really. Can y'all? Because I cannot. I've definitely done that and been like, I will waste the day if someone doesn't intervene. And they come through. Yeah, my pumpkin said I need an adult. I will go to the altar and literally be like, I need someone bigger than me because I'm gonna make a bad decision. And I don't care because it feels so good. Like, someone with a higher pay grade needs to handle this right now because especially because I'm part of the Dead Mothers Club, so like my mom is not here for me to do that. And even if she was not a good mama. It's okay, and I go get that help, and spirit literally comes through. I have a team of grandmothers who be like, okay, you are obviously struggling, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Because you're obviously flailing, and they always get me together. And they usually send me somebody's real life grandmother to be like, come here. And I'd be like, oh my God, thank you. Because I was out here making rash decisions. Sometimes you need to call in your inner adult, your inner person. It's okay if you need to do that. Make it happen. Get it done. Make it happen. Get it done. Trust your inner guidance. Trust your inner knowing. All right, my beautiful loves. Let's keep going and do some more affirmations. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. This affirmation says, I can hold on to love and let go of grief. I can hold on to love and let go of grief. I can hold on to love and let go of grief. I can hold on to love and let go of grief. I can hold on to love and let go of grief. I can hold on to love and let go of grief. I can hold on to love and let go of grief. I can hold on to love and let go of grief. This affirmation says, I am blessed. 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 Let me check in with the comments, baby. Let me check in with the comments, baby. Katie Lynn said, my inner adult is on strike, protesting being the adult. We are not okay, and that's okay. Exactly. That's okay. Dev, the disaster said, Maureen, me too. Remember that just because it's lost doesn't mean it can't be found again. I love that. I love that. Kismet Jack said, half of my therapy homework is making a safe space for my inner parts to play or scream when they need to. Amen. That's good homework, and other people should do that homework too. Maureen said, I'm having a difficult time reconnecting with my indigenous spirituality because of the number of colonization did on my family. Thank you for helping me reconnect with what I can. You are welcome, my dear, and know that your indigenous ancestors are cheering you on, and they got your back. And this is lifelong work. So one step, one moment, one breath at a time, okay? All right, then. Lila said I need a more adultier adult. Your ancestors got you. Your ancestors got you. I love it. I love it. Natasha Harris said, for the first time last week, I was able to parent myself when I was having a breakdown, thinking I was a failure, and told myself out loud, I'm not a failure. The words I needed to hear growing up. Amen. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Dev the Disaster said, I recently started making all the changes in my lifestyle you talked about. Wild. Yep. Amen. You got this, my loves. You got this. All right, my dears. Did we do some affirmations, right? We? I don't know. Let's do some affirmations. Repeat after me. I appreciate myself. 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 This affirmation, damn, the affirmation box is like needs us to love on ourselves and to acknowledge some things, okay? Repeat after me. I am dope as fuck. I am dope as hell. I'm so damn dope. I am dope. I am dope as fuck. I am dope as hell. I'm so dope. I'm so dope. I'm so amazing. I'm so amazing. I'm so beautiful. And I am so divine. I love it. I love it. I love it. Last cards of the reading. We have the goddess, the African goddess rising deck. Nefertiti. Alchemy. This is a card of remembrance. You know, we began this reading with the High Priestess card, and I think it's appropriate that we are ending with one of these two cards, and this is the Alchemy card. The Alchemy card is reminding us that you have the ability to turn lead into gold. Have you forgotten yourself? Have you forgotten that you have the ability through your healing to turn every single abusive experience, all of that crazy BS, you have the ability through your healing, through your magic, to turn that into your superpowers, to turn that into your gifts, to turn that into the stones and the bricks that build an empire that is impressive, amazing, healing, and divine. Queen Nefertiti reminds you of your magic, reminds you of your transformation, the power, the alchemy, the art that exists in transformation. Through my healing, I have discovered that I am a great healer. Through the healing of all of the wounds that I have been given, I have turned my wounding into medicine. You have forgotten who you are. You have forgotten that these experiences do not have to be thorns in your side any longer. They can become the thorns of the rose that you are, protecting your beauty, your grace, and your magic. They do not have to be thorns in your side anymore. You yourself are alchemy. Your healing is alchemy. It will turn your wounding into openings for your magic and your greatness. Instead of letting the toxicity in, instead of letting the fear in, it will begin to let the light in. It will begin to let the magic in. It will begin to let the greatness in, the beauty in. It will begin to let the magnificence in. You have forgotten who you are, and it's time for you to remember. You have forgotten who you are. It is time for you to remember. Satira. Brazen. Be bold in how you walk into your new life, your new self. Do not walk with hunched shoulders and bowed head. Be proud of these generational cycles you are breaking. Be proud of all parts of who you are. Be proud of the knight in shining armor speaking for your marginalized self, speaking for the voices and fighting for the people that are marginalized. Be proud of your healing, of your greatness, of your gifts, of your talents. Be proud of how far you have grown and be brazen as you walk into this beautiful future. Spirit is daring you to create for yourself. Spirit is encouraging you to create with it. Sitara believes in herself, believes in her magic, and she is sure of it. Does she know that there are things that she doesn't know about? She's not so arrogant to think that she knows everything, but what she knows is herself. What she knows is her talent. What she knows is her problematicness. She knows her weaknesses and her strength, and she owns all of it. And this allows her to take the boldest and the surest of steps as she steps into a future of her own creation. Be bold. We began this reading with the High Priestess card, telling you to step into your magic. Be confident with it. Be bold with it. Be sure of yourself. Every time you doubt yourself, think about the fact that your ancestors chose right when they chose you. Spirit chose right when it chose you. Spirit ain't wrong. If Spirit isn't doubting you, you don't need to doubt yourself. How y'all doing here at the Speak and Spank? First off, that collection plate, Cash App, LadySpeech, Venmo, LadySpeech, Sankofa, PayPal, LadySpeech, Sankofa at gmail.com. Kismet Jack said, but what if I fail? Then I fail, and then I rise again. Better to try and learn how to not do it than to do nothing. Amen. Aftercare, my darlings, this was a doozy. Get yourself a nap. Get yourself some water. Get yourself some pleasure. Get yourself some food. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself some soft, comforting things. All right. Take care of yourself. Journal. Do what you need to do. Handle your business. Love yourself. Know that I love you so deeply and so very much. Thank you for taking care of each other in the comments. Thank you for being so lovely and so good to one another. We're going to be back to our regularly scheduled program, you know, your videos. I got to apologize to my Sugar Honey Dumpling members. I fell off this month when it came to our scheduled lives. And that was just how I scheduled things. So I have improved that. You have several lives that are coming to you on a regular basis. So thank you for your patience with me in this next new month. You will continue to get your new videos, on the Mondays and all that goodness. You can reference my update video if you want to know what that schedule is going to be like and all that good stuff. But definitely look forward to more lives. There are going to be some member-only lives, members-only chats, and also more lives for the rest of us as well, for all of us. So I love you guys so deeply and so much. Please take care of yourself. Drink your water, eat your food, stretch, handle your business. And you know that I love you so very much, okay? Now, I didn't want to take up all your time. I did want to take up a little bit of your time, and I've done that. So this was an awesome Sunday service. I love serving you. Thank you to everyone who sent a super chat, a super sticker. Thank you to everyone who put something in that Cash App, that Venmo, that PayPal. Thank you for your comments, for liking, for sharing. Thank you for everything you do for all of us. Again, all of this is going to be in the description when it comes to my the decks that were used, my P.O. box, as well as my Amazon wish list, and my payment information is also going to be in that description box as well. I love you so deeply, and I'll see you all soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Peace.